to support the platform just in case anything like this happens again, you can do it by way of PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and also by the Anchor. And you can also further support the platform by way of going to the Teespring store or the shoe store that is located in the comment section below. All right, I'm hoping to actually keep this a little bit short. So the image that you see directly in front of you is a video called "The Myth," and I literally, as I'm recording this, I just saw this about less than 5 minutes ago play on YouTube, and you have a Chinese woman basically explaining in a poetry type of format that I am not what they told you that I am. Basically, meaning all of the stuff that the media has put directly on the Asian population when it deals with the pandemic and how it is that they are getting blamed and all this other type of stuff, right? And as she is stating this, she is saying it directly to, from everything that I can guess, to be her black boyfriend, right? Now, like I said, everything dealing with interracial dating, that's cool. If that's what people want to sit up there and do, no problem, cool. This is my problem. For all of a sudden, every single commercial that I have pretty much run into as of lately around like this year, I've been seeing an abundance of commercials placing black people with everybody else but with black people. And I'm just trying to figure out, is nobody not understanding it or seeing like what specifically it is that's going on? That they are specifically putting together they're not even doing the aspect of, the single mother with the kids in the commercials preparing like lunches or taking them to school or whatnot or whatever, right? Because I've seen commercials, right, where you'll have the black household, right? Unity, but that's in a few commercials. Or I'll see a car commercial where a father is driving his daughter to their, I guess, their high school or middle school dance or whatever it is, right? It was a Honda commercial. But beyond those commercials, the overwhelming majority of the commercials that I have been able to see have been black people with everybody else but themselves. And I'm like, that's very interesting because when I look at other cultures, I will just so happen to see them with their own people a lot of the times. If it's not with their own people, then they'll be with somebody who is Caucasian. And then the third, fourth, or 10th would, just so happen to be somebody black. But when they want to, in a sense, push certain things, like I've seen tons of commercials, like some car commercials, where it was black women with everybody else. And I'm like, wow, like this is what we doing. I'm like, okay, okay. And then I'll see commercials where they got black guys with everybody else. And I'm like, wow. And I'm like, nobody's understanding that this is how they program people by advertising. This is how they get people, in a sense, used to certain things. This is how they pre-program certain things. We're working with a pre-scheduled program. So since, right, just looking at it from a logical perspective, so since black men and black women, right, have been divided for oh so long, now you have the advertisers playing directly on that division, right? So, like I said, it's not too difficult for them to, in a sense, put this together and ship this directly to black people and have them just, in a sense, eat it up. But the main thing that I want y'all to realize is this: the advertisements have nothing to do with adults. Let me repeat that again. The advertisements that they are playing has nothing to do with adults. They're going for the younger generation. They're going for the young adults. They're going for the teenagers. And more specifically, they're going for the children. That's what these advertisements are directly pointed towards. So you can just so happen to, like, let's say, child proof whatever your child is watching, but they'll still have ads running directly on, whatever it is that they're watching. And chances are it might be a paint commercial, might be a car commercial, might be a Kellogg's commercial, might be a dinner commercial, might be a lunch commercial, might be a school, whatever it is. They're still going to have commercials that are going to say certain things without saying them. And the most interesting thing about this is I've told people this stuff before. I've pointed these things out before, but a lot of people just don't want to listen and don't want to pay attention. A lot of people just want to play dumb. A lot of people want to say, "Oh, well, it's not my problem. I don't even really care. I got who I got, yada yada yada." Like I said, if you feel that that is the case, then you need to step to the side and allow the real people out here to deal with the issue and the problem. Because at the end of the day, you're not adding nothing to the conversation. You're not coming up with a solution. You're not adding, anything that could potentially point into a correct direction. And as I've stated before, this is also what takes place when you don't have, right, black creators in a lot of these fields who are coming up, who work in advertising, who do the commercials, who enlist a lot of the actors or the people that come through and work on the commercials and put those messages out, the silent messages, right? The commercial is loud, but there's also silent messages. And this is what I keep telling people when it deals with advertisement, that it works on a psychological level. That goes with every single advertising that you have. You can go to the descriptors of, not descriptors, I'm sorry. You can go to the images of like Yahoo, of Nike, right? Of Toyota, right? They have everybody so conditioned to know the symbols that you don't even have to say them when you see them. You automatically know. If you see a purple a background and a white Y, you know that that's Yahoo. If you see, um, you know, what for Google, what would it be? Probably just a G in a certain type of way. You'll know what it is, either Gmail, Google, what have you, right? The same thing when it comes to Firefox. You'll just automatically see that symbol and or Chrome. Once you see like that multicolored circle that looks like Simon Says, you know what it is. YouTube, when you see, the little red type of rounded cornered square with the triangle in the middle, you know that that's YouTube. And so on and so on and so on. Like I said, we have all been programmed to automatically know and understand certain things without a actual voice or a name showing up on the screen. You don't have to know it's Nike in order to know it's Nike. You just see the swoosh. Or better yet, they can just say, just do it, and you know what it is. Reebok, you can see the stripes, right? Like like I said, this is why I tell people that you gotta pay attention to the stuff that your kids watch. It's a very daunting and very difficult task. Um, but you can either watch what they're sitting up there doing or make sure to reinforce the teachings that you have at home so that, the programming that is out here ain't, really going to touch them like that. You don't have to worry about trying to deprogram them because they're out here in the world or they're out there at school for, 8 hours or whatever it is. Like I said, black people gotta, understand the amount of attacks that you are directly up under. And the main thing that I'm trying to get through to black people is this. They're pushing a lot of these commercials to, of course, cause that further divide because it's easy to do because it's black people. It takes zero effort, literally. They can run $100 commercial and have some black guys just at a beach, and all of them are with white women, and you'll see what would happen. You'll see the reaction, right, on online of what people would be saying, and specifically coming from black women. You'll see it because I've seen it before when it comes to a variety of commercials. But like I said, some people get caught up in things emotionally and don't even realize the overall, what's taking place. They're not looking at the picture as a whole. They're only looking at it from, one side. They're only looking at it with one eye closed. So, hey, it's gonna be a very tough battle, at the end of the day. But anyways, that was just, me talking about it, whatnot or whatever. Let me know in the comment section what type of commercials you guys have seen or ran directly into, how many times, and And what are the differences in between the commercials that you used to see, let's say in the 90s and the 2000s versus the commercials that you see here now?